So hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lordee. Right, today what we're going to do is we're going to investigate the height adjustment on your short shifter. Now, is it safe to have it quite high, or is it more sensible to keep it low and within, well, essentially when you buy your short shifter, there is a hole on the bottom of it, and on the original gear stick there is a round circular knob, if you like, where the hole fits into the short shifter. That tends to secure it in place, so if ever the bolts came loose, you would still be able to essentially change gear. When you have it quite high, if the bolts come loose, you would lose gear. Now, basically you wouldn't be able to put it in because the shifter would move when you try and put it into gear. So we're going to investigate that today, just to see whether the height adjustment would make a difference on the throw. The shorter the throw, the nicer, the quicker the shifts. So we're going to have a look at that and just see how safe it is. We're going to tighten it up to, maximum, and just make sure that it's good to drive with. So yeah, just really investigating, is it sensible to adjust your short shifter? Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to adjust the height of this. At the moment I've got it sitting just within, there's a piece just under here that sits nicely within the original. Really, that's, for me, that kind of secures it. The idea is when you adjust it up, that is not within that contact, just under here. I'll show you in a second. So if this was to come loose, then you wouldn't be able to select gears, which would be quite worrying, to be honest. So therefore, that's the reason why this kind of knob piece under here fits snugly into the original. And if this was to come loose, then you'd still be able to select gears. Now, I want to know whether by moving this up is going to give us a better or shorter throw. So let's investigate that. So I've undone the bolts for adjustment on the short shifter. Now you can see I can move this up and down. As I say, there is, without taking the whole thing off, and you've probably got one yourself, you see that there, just underneath there, that is on the original, this is on the original gear stick, and just underneath this on the short shifter there is a hole, and that sits in there. The idea is, from what I understand, is that then, there is no movement on here at all. If I was to move it up here, as you can see, there is movement. Now, I don't believe, or we're going to investigate that now, by moving up here, that's going to give us a shorter throw than down here. I mean, there's not much in it, but we'll investigate that. But if these come loose, you're in trouble. That's why that sits under there, that can't go anywhere. Now, I might be able to move it just up enough, just to sit just within it. There we go, like that. So that's just a bit too far, just below that. So if I get it there, let's see, just there, still, give us maybe a centimetre extra. Just there. So that, yeah, you can see. That's still within the nut, bolt, just there. And then I've still got all of that movement there. So we're going to see, my theory is being up here is just, it's too risky, I think. You can do them up as tight as you like, but if they come loose, then you can't. I've tried this before. Now, literally, see, it will just twist. It's all right, you having it, super tight. If it comes loose, then there's a problem. It's not working, so it won't go into gear. I'd be worried about that, to be honest, but we're going to see. Let's go. Right, so I've moved that as high as we would like. so just below the bend. So we're nice and high, done it up as tight as we can, and there's no movement there. That's pretty good. So we feel confident that that's going to hold. As I say, you know, there is a what would be sensible placement for it just under there to give it a bit more security, but we're there, we're in, it's tight. And the throw is shorter for sure. So we're going to try this on a run and see if we prefer the height of this with a shorter throw, and whether it improves the driving experience with a short shift, and report back. Right, okay, so gear surround back, and we're now going to whiz this around a block, and we're going to check out and see whether this shorter throw makes a difference. So let's crack on. Let's whiz this around the block. We'll just heat up a little bit. We've already had the car running, so we shouldn't have to wait too long. Okay. Bit of a squeeze here. Let's get out of here. Let's give this a test. Definitely feels like an improvement. And now we're stuck behind an Amazon van. Great. Right, let's go. Amazon van moving. It was a nice gear change into second, so that was felt a lot better. So it feels like that's an improvement straight away. Let's see. Let's try and get on a bit of a run. Second gear. It's difficult to tell. Second gear definitely felt like it was a shorter throw, a nicer throw. Get through the gears a little bit. So the fourth, small improvement. Fifth. Definitely feels like there's definitely a slight improvement. I mean it's going to be minor. At the end of the day, you've got the short shift already, so the slight adjustment will be minimal. But it definitely feels like the second gear was a better change than where I've had it before. So it's interesting. Maybe again you guys can play around with that just to have a look. But it definitely feels better. had a few problems with changing gears. I think my gearbox is definitely something that I need to investigate about changing. Definitely might need to change my gear exhaust as well. It's a little bit quiet, so I've got the Mongoose resonated catback. It's a little bit quiet. To be fair, my the original ST setup with the D-res pipe gave me more pops and bangs than this does. This is quite quiet. So you want something subtle, not a lot of noise, then obviously the resonated option for you. If you want something louder, then definitely don't go for this. So we're just going to go for quick spin. We're not going to do anything too crazy. Definitely feels like a slight improvement, but it's very difficult to tell. Okay, so that was a really basic review as to the movement of your short shifter. Now, I think there definitely has been a small improvement, but it's going to be minute because the difference is quite a short movement anyway between essentially the lower part and the higher part. So it definitely felt like there's an improvement in terms of a shorter throw between the gears. I think it might be something for you to have a look at, the adjustment, maybe play around with that. So I'm going to leave it as it is for today. We'll drive it tomorrow on a longer run, do another test and see whether that has made a difference in terms of the quickness of shifts or the shorter of throw. But as today seems like there's a slight improvement there, so we're going to leave it and as I say, maybe do your investigation as to play around with the height adjustment and see how it works for yourself. But something really simple today, and I'm going to leave it at that. Hope you like the video. As I say, really simple and something worth trying yourself and playing around with the height. So thank you so much for watching, and give us a like, a share and a thumbs up, and I'll catch you on the next one.